What's happening right now with the Epstein files and the White House response? Big question is, will these newly leaked emails trigger a political earthquake or just another news cycle that fades away? Yesterday, Democrats released internal emails from Jeffrey Epstein's archives, causing alarm bells to ring in Washington. Could we see high-level resignations, and should Americans prepare for revelations that shake the foundation of power? Let's unpack this evidence. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released emails from 2011 where Epstein wrote, "The dog that hasn't barked is Trump. The victim spent hours at my house with him." This statement raises serious questions for investigators, prosecutors, and political analysts. What was being hidden? Who was protecting whom? Will more evidence surface? Ghislaine Maxwell replied to that email saying, "I've been thinking about that." Yet she later claimed she never saw Trump do anything inappropriate. When private emails contradict sworn testimony, there's clearly more to the story. These aren't rumors. These are Epstein's own words. The FBI has had this evidence for years, and more emails exist that haven't been released yet. So how did the White House respond? Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called it a manufactured hoax, claiming President Trump did nothing wrong and kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep. When asked why not release all the Epstein files to clear the president's name, she pivoted to talking about transparency while keeping the files sealed. This is damage control mode. Administrations using terms like manufactured hoax without addressing specific evidence indicates a defensive position. It's also pattern recognition. We've seen this playbook before. Deny, deflect, attack the messengers. This is strategic timing. The White House knows more leaks are coming and is preparing for a longer battle. For those tracking political risk and reputational damage, these are your leading indicators. Now, what does this mean for the political landscape? We're seeing movement on multiple fronts. Congresswoman Grijalva needs just 31 more signatures to force a vote on releasing all Epstein files, showing significant momentum. 3 Republicans have quietly signed a petition, signaling bipartisan concern. Federal lawsuits in New York and state investigations in Florida are also pursuing this, creating a perfect storm scenario. Should we prepare for explosive revelations? The answer is absolutely. When you have emails contradicting testimony, bipartisan concern, and multiple investigations converging, you're looking at a perfect storm. Attorney Spencer Coven, representing 12 survivors, revealed that the FBI is sitting on hundreds of hours of surveillance footage from Epstein's properties. Epstein recorded everything as leverage. That footage exists. The question is who's preventing its release. Coven emphasized, the relationship between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein has never been denied. It is undeniable. Documentation exists: photos, videos, surveillance footage from Palm Beach, Manhattan, and the island. Survivors are still waiting for justice, and every sealed file extends their trauma. The evidence chain is intact. It's being suppressed, not destroyed. If you're analyzing political risk, reputational exposure, or legal liability, these are your data points. This isn't just about one scandal. It's about systemic protection mechanisms for the powerful. Epstein operated across Wall Street, Washington, Hollywood, and academia. His fall threatens the entire structure. Follow the money. Who funded Epstein? Who benefited from his connections? Track the influence. Which prosecutors gave him deals? Which officials protected him? Identify the gatekeepers. Who decides what gets sealed? Who controls the narrative? Alexander Acosta gave Epstein his 2008 sweetheart deal, then became Trump's labor secretary. These connections matter. For those monitoring institutional risk and systemic corruption, you're watching precedent being set. How this unfolds determines future accountability standards. So what happens next? I'm tracking 4 key developments. 1. The Grijalva petition. A vote could happen within a week if she gets those signatures. 2. The New York federal ruling. A judge decides on unsealing evidence within the month. 3. ABC's additional emails. They're holding more material pending legal review. 4. State investigations. Florida and New York prosecutors have independent evidence streams. For my clients in crisis management, political consulting, and investigative journalism, here's what I recommend. First, monitor these timelines closely. Each development could trigger cascading revelations. Second, prepare contingency strategies. If you have exposure to any connected parties, assess your risk now. Third, position yourself ahead of the narrative. Don't wait for the story to find you. Should we prepare for a political earthquake? Yes, not because we're chasing conspiracies, but because we're tracking evidence patterns. The emails exist. The contradictions are documented. The investigations are active. This isn't speculation. It's trajectory analysis. The real question is, are you ready to navigate what comes next? I'm Christina Negru. If you're tracking political risk, investigating corruption patterns, or seeking truth in power structures, let's connect. Because this is where accountability meets opportunity. And the window for action is now. Thanks for watching.